Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. I have got another what's for dinner for you guys. We are starting off with a dinner fail. It happens, right? It happens to the best of us. I tried that honey bourbon coating as you seen, and y'all, it was gross. It was not it. I have never had luck with like dry coatings like that, like any of like the shake and bake coatings. I've just never liked them, never had luck with them. I had high hopes for this one, but it just did not work out. It looks okay, but it had a weird texture. It just wasn't it. But the side dish that I made, I will be sharing it tomorrow, and it was super delicious. It was mixed veggies with cheese in the crock pot, and I can't wait to share that with you guys. Next up, Luke grilled some burgers. He seasoned them up with some of the campfire steak seasoning and the barbecue rub. Both of those are linked under favorites in my description box. We love both of those seasonings. He just got those going on the grill. And for a side dish, I made some crock pot cheesy potatoes, and y'all will see that Monday. So make sure y'all are subscribed so you don't miss Monday's crock pot video. It's going to be delicious. Once the burgers were almost done, he put some of the Pilatary's barbecue on there. Y'all, that stuff is so good. We picked that up in Alabama whenever we went to visit friends a couple weekends ago, and it's really, really good. I will have their website link in the description box. And then here is everything. We have got our burgers, the buns, and then of course condiments, and the cheesy potatoes. Y'all, those were so good. So good. On Wednesday nights, I like to do crock pot recipes. That way I can keep everything warm. My father-in-law has church on Wednesday nights, so he always eats after he gets home. So this night we did Italian chicken pasta, and I have shared this before, but I will be sharing it again Monday. On Thursday night, we kept it simple. We really just weren't feeling it, and Luke even was like, nothing sounds good. So we just did some grilled cheese and tomato soup. I had these single serving Progresso topper bowls. This is the tomato basil, and it come with some cheese crackers on top. I had these in the prepper pantry. I found them at the Dollar Tree, and it was super easy just to heat those up in the microwave. I will definitely be keeping those on hand. Luke was definitely in the mood to cook this week. He stopped on his way home Friday and picked up some ribeye steaks. We got those on a really good deal. They had them on sale at our local store. We also got some of the Kentucky Legend hot dogs. If you've never tried those and you find them, they were really, really good. So to go along with these, we just did some baked potatoes and some mac and cheese. For my mac and cheese, I just cooked up a whole box of elbow macaroni, drained it, and then I'm going to add in a decent amount of milk and then a pound of Velveeta. I just mix that together till the Velveeta melts. Of course, you can add a little bit more if you feel like it needs it, or add a little bit more milk. It's just going to depend on the consistency that you want for your mac and cheese. But it's super easy, and I always have everything on hand. And if you don't keep the block Velveeta on hand, I always keep the the Velveeta cheese sauce packets. You can get those at Walmart right with the Velveeta, and I love keeping those on hand to do quick mac and cheese. Here are the ribeyes and the hot dogs, the baked potatoes. We've got sour cream, bacon bits, and cheese, and I forgot to lay out the butter, but I definitely got out the butter after I did this clip. And I want to know, I love putting A1 on my baked potato. Let me know if I'm the only one or if there's other people out there, but it is just so good. For the last dinner of the week, we did some homemade pizzas. These are so easy and delicious. I did want to mention that this time I used the Walmart brand crust, and I wasn't a huge fan of it. We've always used the Kroger brand and we've really liked it, so I will probably not get the Walmart anymore. I was just using up what I had in my prepper pantry, so I'm glad we were able to use that, but I definitely won't buy the Walmart brand. I'll just stick to Kroger brand or Pillsbury. I know I've used Pillsbury too and I've liked it. So I'm just patting those out and getting my crust ready. I love using cornmeal. If you use cornmeal instead of flour, it's just going to stay on the outside of the crust instead of soaking. Like if you use flour, it mixes in with the crust as you're trying to roll it and it makes the crust dense. So if you use cornmeal, it helps it from not stick, but it won't soak into the dough. I did 1 cheese and 1 meat lovers with bacon, pepperoni, and hamburger meat. And then to go along with it, I also fixed some spinach and artichoke dip, and that will be a part of Monday's video as well. So I thought I would throw together a dessert, and I'm going to add this into my What's for Dinner video for you guys. We were given a bunch of these pineapple tidbits, but they are out of date. Y'all know me. They're still fine. I'm not going to waste them. So I'm not sure how many I'm going to use of these, but we're going to use as many as we can. And I'm going to do kind of like a pineapple upside down cake, but in cobbler form. Don't have a recipe for this. It's just something I'm thinking up on the top of my head. So we're going to use the pineapple tidbits with the juice that comes in it. I'm going to use cherry pie filling. And then I just do the basic, like, equal parts milk, sugar, and flour, self-rising flour for whenever I do my cobblers. So I've got my milk, my sugar, self-rising flour, and then a stick of butter. And I've got my oven preheated to 350. And we are going to put this in the oven and let it melt and get the pan nice and hot. I had a leak. I got to clean my oven again. But we're going to get that nice and hot. And then we're going to mix together our mixture. And then put our fruit in. Like I said, we're doing this together, so we'll see how it turns out. Okay, so I'm gonna do 2 cups. I might not add it all, but at least I've got it mixed together. So I've got 2 cups of sugar. And then we'll add in 2 cups of flour. And then we'll do 2 cups of milk. And then I just mix this all together till it's well combined. And then once the butter is melted, we will put everything together. So I kind of got distracted, but it's all good. Just make sure you don't burn yourself. I've got 7 of those containers. Pineapple. I think that looks like enough. I wasn't sure how many I would need, but I think that looks good. And I would much rather like to have like the actual cherries. What are they called? Maraschino cherries. But we're just gonna go with what we got. And this is gonna be just as good, hopefully. Added in that whole can. And then I'm going to add in the flour, sugar, and milk mixture on top. This is totally gonna overflow, y'all. So I didn't add all of it. That's how much I got left. If I add any more, it's gonna overflow. So I'm not doing that. But we're going to put this in the oven and cook it at 350 till it's done. Probably about, I don't know, 30 minutes. We'll see. It ended up cooking for about 35 minutes since it was so thick, but it was really, really delicious. I've never seen this combination before for a cobbler, but I highly recommend. And that is it, y'all. That wraps up this week's What's for Dinner. I really hope you enjoyed it. I hope it gave you some inspiration to cook more for your family at home. And just remember, it doesn't have to be fancy, just as long as your family is fed. Hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye, guys.